Let's bring in Michael Porter Jr., the Nuggets forward, former Missouri star. He joins us now. Where are you this morning, Michael? Thanks for joining us.
What's going on? I'm in Colorado. Colorado. So I'm still in Denver. I get to go home today, so I'm excited for that.
Are you interested in seeing the Uncle Drew movie?
I can't wait. Those commercials and those clips are some of my favorite clips. So I can't wait till it comes out.
Shaq is great in it. Reggie Miller, Chris Webber. Kyrie looks great as well. Aaron Gordon makes a nice appearance there as well. So maybe you could get in the sequel here, Michael.
I'm hoping so. Like I said, those are some of my favorite little clips.
All right, let me ask you a couple of things here. That as you look back, put us in that green room there where you're just waiting for your name to get called. What's that feeling like when you're just waiting?
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling, especially for me, because my thing was a little different. I had no idea where I was going, so it was kind of weird. My agent kind of knows all the teams, so the teams would call ahead and say if they were going to draft me or not. So his team went by and team went by. It was kind of crazy, but my whole thing all along was just getting drafted to the right team, and I feel like that happened for me. And out here in Denver, I'm loving it. I'm loving my teammates and everything about it, so I feel like this is a perfect situation for me.
What's motivation, I would think, for you, Michael?
Yeah, no doubt. Most people didn't expect me to go 14th, but that's all right. I mean, if you get drafted number one, all you can do is prove people right. You know what I mean? Like you got to perform, but being drafted at 14th, I get to prove everybody wrong. So that'll be really fun, and I can't wait to do that.
Were you ready to go into the NBA right out of high school?
No doubt. That was before my back took a turn for the worse. It had already been bothering me a little bit, but then it had gotten a lot worse in college. But I think that jump for me from high school to the NBA would have been pretty smooth coming out of high school.
What did teams ask you? Why were teams scared off?
Honestly, the teams at the very top of the draft before draft had told me, if I'm there, they're taking me. And then I had that little hip strain, and I think just on top of the back stuff, the history of my back, that kind of scared teams a little bit. And then once one team gets scared, they all talk, so then they all kind of get scared. And I understand it because the teams at the very top of the draft just want to make the safe choice, and there was a lot of great players in the draft. So, I don't hold any grudges or anything.
Where did you think you were going? I know you're happy in Denver, but if I would have talked to you prior to the draft and I'm there with your family, you would have said, this is the best guess of where I'm going. This team showed the most interest.
Before I got hurt, I would say Sacramento at 2. We had talked a lot. They love me. They got a great feel for me and kind of told me that I was their guy. But after that hip injury, I literally had no idea. I thought maybe Cleveland at 8, Chicago at 7. I had no idea. I had heard Dallas maybe at 5. I knew LA wasn't taking me. There was a bunch of teams. So it was kind of scary.
Well, the hip thing, though, if that doesn't happen, Michael, do you think that, because that was your second day of workouts and you weren't able to work out because you had a hip injury, and do you get that feeling that if that didn't happen, if you had been able to work out, then things would have been different?
Oh, yeah. I probably would have. Yeah. No doubt. Like I said, I would have been top 5, no doubt. There was, teams were trying to trade into the top 5 to draft me before that happened. And so it was unfortunate, but at the same time, I've been working out for a month straight, and so the timing was so bad that happened that it almost makes me feel like
I know
it was a blessing from God, because he didn't want me to go to one of those teams at the front of the draft, because maybe it wasn't the right situation for me, and I'm going to thrive better in this situation. We'll see, but that's just the way I choose to look at it, because I don't like to dwell on the negatives,
He's Michael Porter Jr., the Nuggets forward, former Missouri star, joining us Dan Patrick Show. Favorite player growing up was?
For sure, Kobe. I love his mentality.
Have you met him?
No, I actually haven't. I need to soon. That's one of those guys that I idolized him growing up. I watched his documentary, watched his interviews, and I just really like his his drive and his the way he appreciates the game of basketball.
But who do you play like?
I would say I play when I look at film of players, I would say my game resembles the most Tracy McGrady. I still got a lot of steps to be at that level. He's one of my favorite players, one of the best players of all time. But just the way that he elevates on his shot, can get to a shot whenever he wants, can score on all three levels, can handle the ball. I feel like I resemble him a lot. When's
the first time you beat your dad one-on-one?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't even remember. He beat me for so long. Like, even when I should have been beating him 21-0, he would still somehow beat me. I would say it was probably, 5th or 6th grade it might have been 6th grade till I could beat him.
Okay, well, that's still pretty early because your dad played in college, right?
Nah, he did, but my dad, yeah. I mean, he played in college. He could still shoot, but, by 6th grade, I should have been beating him. I should have been beating him by, 4th grade.
When's the first time you dunked?
Yeah, that's 6th grade. It was 7th grade. 7th grade summer going into 8th grade. That's when I got my first dunk.
Well, anybody around to witness it?
Yeah, my brothers, we would all be outside. I mean, I was one of those kids that would not stop trying to dunk until I could dunk. Like, I would always lower the rim to at first it was 9 feet, and then I could get it dunking on there, and then it was 9.5, and finally it was 10. And that's kind of how I learned how to do all the tricks, like dunking, like going between the legs, behind my back, all that stuff. Just growing up, I would always practice on a way lower hoop. So I always encourage my little brothers, if you can't dunk on a 10 yet, dunk on a lower hoop so you can learn how to dunk. You know what I mean?
I'm still doing that, Michael. Even at my age. I mean, I'm still lowering it down, but I have to keep lowering it. I'm not raising it. So it's down to about 7 feet now, but I'm tearing it up a little bit. Do you ski? I hope you're probably not allowed to ski, right?
I've never skied before.
Okay,
don't
start.
All that on the water.
Don't start because let's not with your back and your hip. Let's don't do that. But even though you're in Denver, let's not do that. The guy you want a piece of, like a guy you can't wait to face in the NBA, is who?
LeBron James. I can't wait to.
Oh boy.
Play the very best player in the NBA. I just want to test myself against him. I'm not really one to back down from anybody. I want to be a problem. I want to be a problem for him. Like, go at him and do what I can do and just test myself against the very best.
That sounds like something Kobe would say, Michael.
Man, like I said, that's my favorite player.
Hey, congrats, and hopefully it works out for you. And Denver maybe got the steal in the draft, but hopefully you stay healthy and we get a chance to see you this upcoming season.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
That's Michael Porter Jr., Nuggets forward, former Missouri star.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.